Good evening. Welcome to Siddha-Vetha webinar series. Today we have a interesting presentation and the topic will be on an ancient percussion instrument. The speaker will be Priya Raman. She has a bachelor's and master's in computer science with honors. She has diverse expertise in ancient wisdom, traditional yoga, culinary medicine, and healing modalities. Certified Parai artist and skilled in ancient martial arts, active volunteer and research assistant, published author on Yoga Sutra, engages in community service and global fundraising events. I welcome Priya. Kindly, please. So Priya, very interesting. How can you manage so many things? You have so many interesting things going on with you. So the first question for you would be like, how are you going to how are you managing this already? With you have little kids, I know, and with a busy family, and so how do you manage this first of all?
Hello, everyone. Hello, Dr. Shan. How do I manage this? It's like we are not doing anything completely different. When whatever we do is part of our life and lifestyle, it is like we are living the life. So, say we do yoga class, we learn other Ayurveda class or the Parai class. These are all not different ones. They are like different limbs of the same body. So in that way, we are not doing something out of way, going out of way to do something that is completely different from your routine. It's not that. So one thing is that you should have the will in you, and the other thing is that if that is part of your life, then you have time for it.
Okay, wonderful. So is Parai a easy instrument? Is it like very ancient? You say it's an ancient instrument. How old is Parai? And is there any special things in Parai?
Yeah, Parai is used during the Sangam era, where the Sangam period, where the Chera, Chora, Pandya, kings, they all ruled. At that time, Parai was used. So Parai in general means speaking or to talk. No, in Malayalam also Parai means talk. So it is talking. Talking in the sense, uh, you are expressing something, and that is parai. So that is the literal meaning of the word parai. And the drum that we have, I have the drum with me. So this is generally called parai. Do you see? Yeah, this is generally called parai. But parai means drum. So there were many varieties of drums that were used in the Sangam period, but over the period of time, many instruments are not used. Just a few instruments like parai, tudumbu, and only those have been revived and it's been used in this age. So I can show a few slides to tell you what parai is all about. May I?
Yeah, kindly, please. Yes.
Okay. So are you able to see?
Yes, you go ahead, please.
Yeah, I can do the slideshow.
Yeah.
Yeah. So parai means in general let us speak. So when I just showed you the device or the drum. So this is small size, and it comes in medium and large size depending on you. So this parai is made up of a circular wooden a frame, and which is covered by a cow's hide or the cow's skin. Okay, this cow skin, and evidences are available in ancient Sangam literatures like Tolkappiyam, Devaram, and other things. So, how do you? And there are different varieties of parai. It's been showed on the slide. You can see it is Perum parai, Siru parai, Perumurasu, Sirumurasu, Perigai, Kandigai, Saligai, Karadigai. There were lots of varieties of parai, but these days, in this modern days, not all these are more than used. Half of them have been already gone with the over the period of time. Only few are used in the modern days, and this is called Orumuga Parai. That means one-faced parai. Like this, they were even nine-faced parai was there. A drum that has nine phases. So those varieties were also used in our ancient periods. So this picture on the top left, it's the actual the parai drum that is widely used now, and the picture in the bottom, the with the blue thing, that gives the bass feel. It's the bass, it gives the bass effect. That parai is called tudumbu parai. And the one on the right, a person wearing, that is called Urutuparai. This gives a very high pitched sound. The blue thing on the left, it gives very bass sound, and the one on the right, the person wearing, that gives high pitched sound. And here I feel proud to introduce our teacher, the person who is wearing the high pitched parai, that is called as Urtusati. We call that as Urtusati, and that person, he is our teacher. So we are learning from him, and he's in India. We are learning online from him. So I'm feeling proud to introduce my teacher. And in the middle picture, you can see they are heating the parai. So why are they heating? Is that when the hide or the skin, it comes in contact with moisture, you won't get the that tung tung sound. So in order to stretch and make it little stronger, and so that when you hit it with the sticks, these are the sticks, so when you hit it with the sticks, these sticks has to bounce. So in order for that condition, you have to heat the parai so that you'll get nice sound. So it is the oldest one. And here, how do you learn parai? Say in Carnatic music or something, you have swaram, right? Sari, gama, like that. So in this parai drum, you don't have anything like that. You don't have swaram. Rather, we'll say that as solkattu. Solkattu means, kattu means a bundle, sol means words. So a bundle of words together, when you recite and then you do it on the drum, that gives a kind of music. For example, say there is a sound, I can hit it for you. So if this is the music, so this is the music, but how do you learn this music? How do I teach someone this kind of music? That we use solkattu. Solkattu is that this you can tell it in syllable as takukku 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 takukku. So do you see that? So that's how. So when there is another for a different tune, see. For this ding tak 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 ding tak tak tak. So this is how we learn with Solkattu. And how parai was used in ancient period. It was used in various occasions. It was used as a war announcement. So when there is a war or something, they use the murasu, that is the huge one. They hit it in order to announce the war. And during the war, in the war field, sometimes the elephants, they all go crazy, fighting in the war. That time certain types of rhythms was used to pacify the warriors and those animals, so that they don't go too mad. And one main thing parai was used is um, during death, especially if a person is immovable and they don't know whether the person is alive or not, there is a certain kind of solkattu, a rhythm of music, rhythm of this parai, where they beat the parai near that person. And if that person is dead, he might not have any symptoms that has, he wouldn't show any sign. If the person is not dead, for that particular beat, that there are certain factors um, that are to be checked or to be noticed. So when those factors, when they notice, when there is a slight movement or there is any other changes in that person, they confirm that the person is not dead. So in order, it is used as a medical tool to confirm death. And also, to grieve out, when someone is grieving or mourning, they want to express everything out. You can cry and talk. More than that, when you either listen to the beats, or when you do the beats yourself, it is more of letting out. And it is also used to um, during festivals and worship time, certain beats will give you the spiritual experience. There is something called udukai that Shiva has in his hand, that is called Irumugaparai. That means it has two faces on two sides. So that Urkai sound, it gives some kind of a spiritual upliftment. And also in fields where the farmers are really tired, to in order to motivate them, or there are certain animals, those animals, they would start digging all the the vegetables or something, so to wait them off. So for all these parai was used, but not the same rhythm was used in every occasion. In different occasion, different kind of rhythms were used. So that's why we got a thought like, can this drumming be healing? Because at our cellular level, everything is vibration. And when you do the drumming is also all about vibration. So when we ourselves basically have the vibration in us, why not reap the benefits of the vibration from the music to heal oneself? So we got a thought about that, and we thought, okay, let's try out a quick survey and a test on people who are doing the parai, and how it is helping them with their overall health condition. So we did a quick survey, and based on the survey, what we did, we got certain details about the people, in order to see what kind of body constitution they are, and based on that, how much are they liking the beats. So it's not that everyone likes fast beats, it's not like everyone likes slow beats. People have different preferences in music, right? So we wanted to do a simple study to see how people are liking towards the parai, and what is it doing to it. So these are different constitution of people with different constitution. Few were vada pitta and few were mixed of them. And these are to like how much they like the slow beats and how much they like the fast beats. In general, people, everyone wanted fast beats. That is obvious. And even us, at the end of the session, we'll do, I want you to perform for certain solkata that I'm going to teach you. And if you do that, you will know the taste of parai without the drum itself. And this one interesting thing about para is that you take any other drums, you sit and perform. You play while sitting or being stable. Say you do the African drums or anything, you sit in one place and then you perform. But with parai, you can stand, you can walk, you can dance, you can do whatever you want while playing that. You don't have to stay in one place. So this parai music comes along with dance. It has the mobility. You stay or you dance, and that gives lots of coordination. Rather than sitting, you do the music, you do the beat, and you also dance along with the beat. And that needs lot of motor, mind, hand, leg coordination. And that actually gives you a structure in your thinking, in your thoughts. So these are some of the comparison that we did, like how, doing parai. Before parai, how was their breathing, their appetite, sleep, and those stuff, and after parai, how did it go? You can see significant difference among people. Like on an average, everyone had better steadiness in breathing, and especially on the right, when you see for appetite, uh, for Vata people, it has increased. That means, in general, people who are Vata predominant, their appetite is kind of poor, but they found increased appetite, so which is good. And even the sleep has improved in many people. So this sleep is not about, you perform and then you are tired and you sleep. It is not that. So being a Parai artist for more than 2 years, I can see doing the Parai beats itself will keep you grounded. You don't have you, it is like basically I'm a Vada Prakriti person, and it's all about scattered thing. And when this Parai gives a structure to me, it actually keeps me on track. So I can see how much the sleep has improved in myself. And we, in this survey also, you can see, on the left, they had, especially the Vata people, had great increase in sleep. And also on the right side, and even speech and thoughts, they had better thoughts. And I can say that because, you cannot think something and do the music. Even though you can do the music with your muscle memory, you cannot dance along with the music while you don't have a proper thought. So that actually gives you attention, brings you into what you are doing, and keeps you in the present moment. So now I would like you all to it's okay if you don't turn on the video, you can unmute yourself. I would teach a few sorkatu to you. You can use your hands and your thighs, and you are performing along with me. Can we do that?
Sure.
Yeah. So I'm so excited. Okay. Oh, where did I go? I'm lost somewhere. Yeah. So I'm so excited. Have you all unmuted? Have you? Okay. So now your left hand, the left hand has the letter tha. Repeat after me, tha.
Ta.
Tha.
Ta.
Yeah. And your right hand has the letter ku.
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 Ku. Ku. So left hand is tha, right hand is ku. 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 K-U. Ku. Ku. Okay. Yeah. So when you hit your right, actually you're hitting on your thighs, okay? Thighs or table or whichever is comfortable for you. So you hit tha on your left, tha, and ku on your right.
Ku on the right.
Ku, okay? When you're doing both, that is called dim.
What is it?
Dim.
How do you spell it?
Dim.
Deem.
Dim. Dim.
D-H-E-E-M. Deem.
Yeah, exactly. Okay. D-H-E-E-M. Dim. So right and left together is dim. Left is ta, right is ku. So now repeat after me. You don't have to do it, just repeat after me. Takuku, takuku.
Takuku. Takuku.
Yeah, takuku, takuku.
Takuku. Takuku.
Yeah, so now on your left, ta. Ta. On your right, kuku. Kuku. Again on your left, ta. Ta. Kuku. Kuku. Okay, we can do it a little faster. Ta, ku, ku, ta, ku, ku. Okay, so takuku, takuku. That is one. Okay, takuku, takuku. One. So we are doing takuku, takuku.
Takuku. Takuku. Takuku. Takuku.
Good. So now We are not talking, we are just playing. Let me hear the sound. Come on. Can we do it a little faster? Are you able to get the rhythm? Takuku, 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 takuku. Are you able to reproduce on your thighs? Come on. It's easy. I can show you, see? Are you able to reproduce the sound? Do you get it? Yeah, so now one more thing, one more sorkatu, that is an interesting one. That is, with both the hands, it's called deem, okay? Deem ku taku ku taku ku taku. Come on, repeat after me. Deem ku.
Deem takuku takuku takuku.
Yeah, taku ku taku. Okay, we'll stop with taku. Deem ku taku ku taku ku taku. Deem ku taku ku taku ku taku. So how would you do? It is deem ku taku ku taku ku taku. Deem ku taku ku taku ku taku. Can you try? So can you try on your lap? So are you able to reproduce the sound?
This one is
Yes.
a little bit more complex, but yes.
Yeah, but you can see how much focus it brings into you.
Yes.
Yeah, it gives the coordination, the hand, and the mind. T goes here and ku goes here. And if you go on, left has few letters and right has few letters. So when you say the sorkatu, you go, okay, this letter goes to left, this letter goes to right. It gives you so much of focus and concentration, but it is not the concentration that you do at work or something. It is, it brings out all the happy hormones in you when you keep doing it, because this is music. So you can literally see literally anybody can play parai. It is not a difficult thing at all. Once you start into it, then there is no stopping. I can play the one that I taught you right now. First, I taught you. This is quite easy. And the second one that I taught you. Dim ku taku ku taku ku taku. When you go it a little faster. So can you see that? I can see Tom is smiling. That means he wants to dance right away.
Very much.
Yeah, so even though people are not in videos, I can easily say your faces have all bloomed with hearing the sound. It has uplifted you, right?
Definitely.
Yeah, so that's the beauty of this. So now what we did is a very this is kind of a fast beat, but there are really slow beats that one really have to feel so grounded. There are slow beats and there are kind of medium beats. You cannot categorize into them as slow beats or fast beats. Like, what to say? You cannot say it as slow beat, rather they are fast beat. You cannot play this fast also, so it has to go in a medium way. See, so like this medium also there. So what from this what we can say is that depending on how you are, how you feel, if you want a little something to uplift you, you can go with that kind of music, that kind of drum patterns. Or if you want to feel a little slow down, you can go for that kind of music. So our ancient parai, it is not something that um, you know it is not very hard to learn. At the same time, it has so much of science in it, and once you are into it, you will start feeling yourself. And it is not that you can do only these kind of this music. You can also literally produce any kind of music that comes from different drums. For example, say in mridangam you have certain kind of Bharatanatyam music, like so in this you can see there is something called Bharadam and Parai together. So Parai, it is not just folk style dances. You can also combine it with Bharatanatyam, so that when the person does the music for the Bharadam kind of beats, the Bharatanatyam artist do the Bharatanatyam step. So we can combine like that. And if you're even well versed in that, you can bring out all the mridangam beats, all the tabla beats, everything in Parai. So that's the speciality. You can combine everything and bring it in it. So do you have any more questions about Parai or any other beats or something you would like to do or learn?
So one question I have is ta- uh, in Tamil language, there is a lot of classical pun, what they call like the ragas. So do you have those kind of classification in the Parai also?
Yes, it is there. So one thing is that more than ragas, so being I have just came into the intermediate phase, but there are in Tamil Nadu, you can say the Kongu side, they have a different kind of set of surkattu or something. And if you see the Kanyakumari side, they have different kind of set of surkattu. And even that surkattu, they have different classifications. So this classification would pacify you, this classification set of beats would uplift you, this would give you a kind of a soothing feel, and this would make you cry. There are certain beats that when you hear, you cry. It will bring out everything out of from you. So there are classifications, like how we have raga, say darbari raga for sleeping, and certain raga for certain kind of emotions. Like that, there are certain classifications, rhythms for different kind of emotions and occasions too. You can't hear the one particular rhythm that you hear at a funeral, the same rhythm you cannot hear in a festival or in a temple worship or something. Even in temple worship, when the idol they had they go for urvalam kind of thing. So for that they do a different kind of music, and then once they keep the idol, when they bring it back to the sanctum, and when they place the idol, for that they do a different kind of music. It is to announce that okay, they had taken the idol out of the place, and they had brought the idol out to its place. So for different occasion, and to different kind of communication, there are classifications. Yes. Did I answer your question?
Yes, please. Thank you. Thank you, Mohan.
Hi, Priya. This is Meenakshi here. Just
Hello.
wanted to check. We spoke about the healing part of the sound, right?
Yeah.
So, is there actively being used for any kind of a healing in India or in US? Is it being used?
Not to my knowledge. So that's our next research. Like how can we gather up these different patterns and we can use it for healing. Not that I know here in US, but in India, yes. If you go to the rural places where learning of Pare and everything has been widely used, there they are using it for healing too, but not like how in modern medicine we say we have separate kind of healing therapy or you have a therapist like that. It's not like, because every people would use it, right? It is commonly used in villages, so they themselves heal each other.
Okay.
Priya,
Hello,
can
sir.
I ask a question? So this is BVK Shastri. This connects to the previous question. Is it used outside of US for healing? You said you are not aware of that. Now, first, congratulations for bringing out this connection of Parai and Bharatam, which many people don't know. And from my side, I would say, Sean would know much more on this particular thing. We can talk it separately. Specific questions. Have you ever connected this Parai with the yoga traditions, especially the Siddha Yoga traditions? That's the question. Why I'm asking this is, in my research, I have identified the Shiva Yoga, or what you call the Nata Yoga. You use the word Bharatam, Parai and Bharatam together, right? So that common source of tradition comes from the Vedic yogas, or you can call it Kurul, or you can call it Arai, all the systems. Names are not going to matter here. I have used it to heal many persons where they generate different letters and sounds. Like you said, kakuku, I have used a sound, a very basic sound, tum, and it has given wonderful results. Tum, tom, team, gum, like that. Application specific, sound generated internally and heard. There's a lot of research that has happened, not only in India, but also in Thailand. I tried this in US, but the US regulations on yoga kind of research are very kind of restrictive, to say anything. Therefore, I had to take it to the context of Thailand, and I interacted with the Buddhist groups who have done a lot of research on this under the name of Science of Consciousness. Wonderful results have come, and Buddhist teams there in Thailand were able to connect it to the Siddha tradition, which they did not know. Okay? The Siddha tradition inside a Bodhisattva Buddha temple, they did not know how to connect. And when they connected that, they were, kind of, wow, so deep a connection. And you can see Thailand to Chennai, the Siddha tradition on this side is so deep. So I would like to know, have you seen any practicing research in US or interested people to pursue this?
To pursue this in the sense, sir, for healing or?
Okay, I'll say the top line is called thought articulation. When they say my thought is articulated, I can speak, I can sing, I can generate a sound, I can do the dance. So this is the grand concept of Bharatam, Bhava, Raga, Tala, integration as Nrutta, the dance. So if you do it on the stage, it is Rangam. If you do it on the war field, it is war music. Okay?
Yeah.
So that's what I wanted to understand from your side. Is there a thinking to collaborate and conduct further research? This is a practical application, and
Yes,
I
sir.
have been
Yes.
training people. A 60-minute billable yoga session, they practice 5 sessions. Unless you generate $1 out of the teaching, people will not come to learn these things. Interest, curiosity is fine, but at the end of the day, the time and service has to be valued. Have you thought on this?
Yes, sir. Like, I haven't come to a place where I can teach to others because I'm still learning. But meanwhile, learning, I wanted to know more the science behind how this parade, rather than just playing and a part of entertainment, do a certain research on the science behind this parade and how it affects people, so that it can be brought out to the people for stress management or other kind of their emotional management. So that research we had just started along with Dr. Shan. So meanwhile, proceeding about learning more about this instrument, and that is also going on. So as a student and as a research assistant, we had just started it. Did I address your question, or?
Yeah, I will just conclude. If you're interested in more on this particular thing, talk to me through Sean off the line of this session. Then I will explain more how we have been able to go together on this.
Yeah, sure, sir.
Okay.
We'll do that.
Yes. Dr. Shastri, thank you so
Thank
much.
you very much, sir.
I know where Shastri is thinking. So we'll definitely discuss about that. I think that's the route for you also, Priya. So I know what is the thing, so we can talk after this. Okay. So thank you.
Thank you, sir. We can do that.
Okay. Okay then. So you wanted to, so anybody, any questions? Otherwise we can conclude. It is, I think this was really wonderful. Priya, the thing is that taking this into research is the important part, and we can give this to the world. Without like research proves, people often don't believe there is benefit, but the two things are needed. One is the experience. What you're doing itself is like, you don't really need research in a sense to live. So people who live, they don't need anything else. But today there is another part of the world that is looking for proof, so we need to accept, because world is made up of all different kind of gods, right? So we will have to accept that, and I think we should be giving more deeper research, so that there are many other things that people can learn, and this can turn into a PhD degree, in Parai. And that's what Shastriji is thinking about. This is the kind of thing I think we need to get into, so that we are in a place where we can really teach other students the science behind. We are teaching the art. All teachers teach art, but also science is very important, and that's where Shastriji was talking about these things. So there is a possibility to create this into a full PhD. So I think this is good, and it's a very good presentation. I think everybody probably enjoyed, right? So
Yeah.
we have to tell. So please kindly share your thing, or any other questions. We welcome. You can conclude this.
Thank you very much, Priya. All I knew about Parai was that I watched in Tamil movies, probably. That too, especially on the funeral or something like that. And I've heard the word Parai here and there. And back home, Hindi was my second language. So I knew very little about what was happening in the background of Parai or anything. But today, it's like as if I've entered into some new world where I'm getting to know that no school was teaching so far, right? This is so much of a knowledge in itself that I don't think so if any school is teaching it as it is. This is something very important that at least people with that tradition should at least learn what this is, right? So this platform is likely provoked me, like I have to look into it and see how it can help. At least I can also share knowledge, saying that it's not just an instrument that comes in a movie, especially on a funeral day, but the significance of this instrument is way beyond imagination, is what I will pass on. And I also learned it today. Thank you so much for your presentation, Priya.
Yeah, thank you very much. That's the sad part. Over the period, I don't want to get too much into casteism and all those stuff, but you know, there is something called this thing that only certain group of people do the paray, and certain group of people think it is untouchable, we should not do, and they say it is it is a bad thing you do only in the funerals and you're not supposed to have it at home or no, but it's not. When you go and see the pages of history, paray was widely used at various different occasions for different causes. So this awareness has to be brought to people, that the importance and the significance of paray. Paray, not just the one that I showed you. As I said, there are lots of varieties of these instruments, and everything has its own vibration and it has its own rhythm. So it has to brought to people, to our own people, and also to the world. The awareness has to be brought. I can see there is an increase in awareness, and many people, they are coming out of their whatever thought they had earlier, and they're coming out to learn more about our ancient drums. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Thank you, Priya.
Thank you very much.
Okay, thank you, Priya. So this is good stuff. We did, this was a very good presentation, I think. And I'm going to encourage other people to join our Siddha-Vetha community. We have different things. You can do PhD in other areas or master's degree higher. So we, like for example, we are in partner with BVK Shastri ji's Yoga Samskritam University in Florida, and we have, like that, we work with other universities depending on what the interest is, and we do PhDs and other higher degrees. So whatever you think that is not possible is possible in this country. So my advisor, this is years back, his wife, she did a PhD in Buddhism, means like a business in Buddhism. It's like she went to MBA and then she did that. This was from Saybrook University. So this is all possible. Today we shouldn't think that these things are like, old stuff, some other traditional things, these need to come to mainstream. There's a science there, and anything in life can be done. That's what I have understood after coming here, for almost 23 years. So it is all possible. Anything you wanted to do, you can do with passion, instead of going to mainstream, struggling. You're not passionate about your cultural DNA is different, and you want to fit in something else, and you will not have a life. Every energy will be taken out. This is energetic life, this kind of life, and I think we should have more people. This is an encouragement for many. Okay, so thank you. And
thank you very much, Dr. Shan, for giving me this opportunity to present, to bring the awareness about paray to our people. And thank you everyone for patiently listening and for all your valuable comments and your questions. And I've got a very long path ahead of me to travel in this research and the learning. And with all your blessings and your support, I would be able to proceed more in the research.
Okay, good luck. Good
Thank
luck.
you.
We'll do it. Okay, thank you. All right. Okay, see you all people. We have a, if you wanted to take my course, it will be circulated one more time this Friday. We are having 5 modalities. We are teaching courses on 5 modalities of healing, ancient healing, on the sensory transformation healing. So there will be a 1-year diploma course. So if you wanted to join, kindly join that course. So we'll circulate that in the group. If you're not in the group Siddha-Vetha community, kindly join Siddha-Vetha community in WhatsApp group. Okay, and other Siddha-Vetha, the YouTube channel also. Thank you. Okay,
Sure,
this
sir. Thank you.
available. This talk is available at YouTube channel. You can see. All right. Share it with people. So you should subscribe to Siddha-Vetha channel to see the talk. Okay.
Thank you, Dr.
Okay.
Sean.
Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you, Sean. Thank you.